All right, I guess I am live, but only on Facebook today. So, I don't know what's going on. Sorry, YouTube, I will have to upload it after I'm done today. So, hello and welcome to Make It Monday with Pamela, your Stampin' Up demonstrator. And it's a Monday, apparently. So if you're hopping on, please say hello. Unfortunately, I'm only over on Facebook, I believe. So, why? I have no idea. Let's see, go to live control room. What is that? Don't know. YouTube creator. I'm just kind of checking some things real quick. Hope you're doing well today. I always hate it when I have these errors, but I guess there's nothing I can do about it. So, again, we're live on Facebook. Let me know if you're here, where you're viewing from. I'm excited to play today, and if I'm not streaming anywhere, then at least I'm recording this and I will upload it when I get the opportunity afterwards. So let's just double check things. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Let me look at that. Okay, so let's get busy because I have a lot of work to do today. I did want to bring out my catalogs, my brochures for you. Oh, and I've got to share with you about our special going on today. So it started today. We have, let me share with you, a 3-day stamp sale. So you get 15% off all stamps from the 24-25 annual catalog. So when you flip through here and see stamp sets, you can expect to get 15% off. You can also just jump over to my website at passionateaboutscrapbooking.stampinup.net to check out all the stamp sets. That only includes stamp sets, no bundles. So if you're into the dies, you may want to just grab the bundles. You get 10% off bundles that are from that catalog. I believe that's correct. So just compare your pricing, whether you want to do like the stamp set at 15% off and the dies at regular price. I checked out the pricing on one bundle, how it would compare, and it was still cheaper to get the bundle with the 10% off. So be aware of that. So I would love for you to let me know if you're viewing. Was only able to go live today on Facebook. There's an error for YouTube for some reason, and I just couldn't figure it out. So that's why I was a little late getting started. Let's see what else we got going on. We have kits are up to 30% off, all kits from our kids collection through the whole month of October. However, things are selling out, so you want to be sure to go and check out the kits page on my website at passionateaboutscrapbooking.stampinup.net. And I posted yesterday on my Facebook an event that I'm going to be doing November 7th. I'm going to be creating a 6x8 scrapbook album using the Rustic Christmas Countdown Kit. So be sure to go check that out. I haven't completely designed the project yet, but as soon as I have that done, I will share that with you. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Charisse. Thank you for joining me here. And what else do we have going on? Oh, who participated in the World Card Making Day on Saturday? Stampin' Up! Did about an hour recorded video using some great products, sharing some fast and simple cards. There was a really cool watercolor technique. Oh, and they gave a sneak peek for a new kit that's coming available. Probably, I would guess, November 1st. I'm not sure that they actually clarified that. But I'm just going through the things that have happened over the weekend and about the stamp sale that started today. We also have a clearance rack that was refreshed about a week or so ago. And you'll want to check that out as well. Just look under the menu for clearance rack or under specials, I think. Then there's only a couple of more days, like 3 more days to get 40% off your first month when you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. That offer ends on October 10th. You'll need to use this code holiday40 at paperpumpkin.com. And when you subscribe, make sure you make me your demonstrator. And when you do, I will be sharing with you a PDF from the September through December 24 design team, Paper Pumpkin Creatives. That includes projects from all 12 of us that are pictured here. it will be for that paper pumpkin for October, which here's a sneak peek of the Nest of Christmas that you'll be getting when you subscribe by October 10th with that Holiday 40 code when you get your 40% off that box. So you can subscribe for like month to month. You can subscribe for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months, I believe. So be aware of all of that. I think that's all I have to share. Just remember that we have that 3-day stamp sale going on starting today through the 9th. All stamp sets in the 24-25 annual catalog are 15% off. All right, I'm going to wrap this up and we're going to get started. So good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Laura. So glad to hear that you joined in on the World Card Making Day. Did you create anything fun or did you just watch? I actually just watched. I didn't create any of the cards. I had just done all those cute cards at the end of on Friday, so I just decided that would be my World Card Making Day activity, and kind of chilled out on Saturday and enjoyed spending some time with Jeff and getting a little bit more work done, cleaning up and organizing here. All right, so if you check out the description, I want to make sure you're aware that this week I'm starting something new. So I am going to offer PDF instruction sheets for my projects for the week. So you'll get a PDF instruction sheet of today's project along with Wednesday's project, which will be an 8.5 by 11 scrapbook page. And then Friday's cards for Feel Good Friday, there'll be some fun fold cards that I'm not sure. I usually like to do about 3 cards. I don't know if I'll do 3 entire cards through for the live, but I'll have 3 cards that will be in the PDF. So when you spend $40 or more through my online website using the link that's provided in the description, or my host code, then when you use that host code, your order will go under that, and then I'll know that you want these projects. Or if you just go to my website up there at passionateaboutscrapbooking.stampinup.net, then you will be able to type in the host code. But if you don't use the host code, I won't be able to share those PDFs with you. So you have until next Monday to place your orders. So that's a great time to take advantage of that stamp sale. All right, so let's get busy. I have got the Reindeer Fun. I have been dying to play with this bundle right here. I've got a little bit of paper. I'm going to go more like non-Christmas today and do a little bit more. I've got a fly that snuck in here, so I hope he doesn't bother me too much, so you'll see him flying around probably. I left the door open by accident this morning. It's like, oh, goodness. All right, so actually I have it marked. So here on pages 26 and 27, you'll see the full suite collection, which includes a stamp set, bunches of dies, those cute little peppermint dots. There is that plaid embossing folder, and then some baker's twine along with, give me 1 second. Oops, I missed him, darn it. I've got my fly swatter here. Okay, I think I got him. So, the joys of coming to hang out with me on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I think cats and everything and dogs are outside right now, so it's kind of quiet for the moment. Good deal. You just watched it as well. All right, excellent. All right, so as I was saying, and there's also this cute little book treat box. I created a project. I don't even remember what I did that week, but let me show you that. How cute is that? So that's what those little book boxes, book treat boxes is what they're called. I don't know if I think I just like temporary glued it shut, but they open up like this. So these would be fun to make for Christmas favors for the kids, maybe a classroom. You get 10, I think, in a package. So that's what, and then of course the beautiful designer series paper. So I used a little bit of it. I think I don't remember why I created that week, if I was doing stuff randomly or what, but that was on a Feel Good Friday that I created those little boxes. So check out all the cute little deer over here. We are going to make one of these little die cut deers, or several actually, because we'll need more than one for the for a 2-page scrapbook layout. I also wanted to share about our scrapbooking brochure. I am going to be, I haven't decided 100% how I'm going to do my scrapbook workshop, but I'm going to start this later this afternoon, creating a full workshop with the Reindeer Days, Memories, Fun. There's all different titles to this. So here you can get a scrapbooking workshop kit. I actually shared that when you purchase this particular scrapbooking workshop kit, I have a Facebook event you can go check out. I will do a step-by-step video tutorial showing you how to put all these pages together right here. So you just have to purchase that scrapbooking workshop kit by, I think, the 14th. I don't remember what day I put on there. You'll have to go check out the details. And then you can also get individual products here. You can get the designer series paper with the sticker sheet, so you can buy just that. Here's a stamp set that coordinates with it. Then we also have two-toned cardstock that you can get with this as well. So I think that's all the reindeer stuff. Then we've got Snowy Day, some Halloween, and Autumn in there too. So you can check that out on my website. So I grabbed, so let me share with you this. This is the Reindeer Memory stamp set. I decided today I wasn't going to use it because, as you can see, most of the images are more Christmas themed. This one, not necessarily. I could pull a few things from this for today's page, and I might do that. And then I decided to grab the Snowy Day stamp set instead because it's got a little bit more generic stamps. So these are just stamps. So these would be included in the these would not be included in the 15% off because they're not in the annual catalog. So those stamps are only in the annual catalog, FYI. So I'm going to use some of these for today's project. So I'm going to set those aside over here. Then I brought in the Spotlight on Nature dies. So let me show you these real quick. Pull that out. I have them on some heavy magnetic sheets. I got these free from the Stampin' Storage website, I think. So I'm going to use a couple of these probably. And then, of course, the Reindeer Fun stamp set. So we've got the cute stamp set, and then when you buy the bundle or just the dies individually, you get all of these dies. So some of the dies cut out these dies also cut out some of the images on the paper. And then there are those fun images right there. So I've used a couple of things from here. I did cut some of the paper with that one. I think I used the holly berry on a project, maybe on that thing I just showed you. I can't even remember now. Can't keep up with it all. So we'll be using that. And I'm probably going to incorporate the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder just to add some texture. I have my tray here with some linen thread. Then I grabbed this one, the Natural Tones linen thread, because that's garden green, which coordinates with this. And then I grabbed a couple of different embellishment packs I have. This one has some pecan pie. Let me see if I can get it out of here. Maybe one at a time. Some of these are just a little bit, but see, it's got some of those in there. So I thought, well, maybe we'll see what I end up deciding once we're done. So all of these coordinate a little bit. That's got some of that Granny Apple. I don't know if it's Granny Smith Apple or Granny something apple. Granny Apple Green. And then these are garden green here. So, all right. So I'm going to set that aside, grab my tweezers so I know where they're at. And because we won't need those until closer to the end of the project. Okay, so I've got my paper. I've got scraps to cut out those cute reindeer. We're going to do a couple of reindeer faces. 4 or 5 probably I'll want to create. And then we're going to have to figure out, I've been kind of brainstorming. My goal today is to use one sheet of DSP to create the 2-page layout. So it'll probably be like borders, maybe on the sides of some kind going in. So I've got some white willow cardstock and that to go. I really just need right now, I need some early espresso scraps. I need probably some white willow scraps. I don't think I'm going to use the very vanilla on this. I think I'm going to just stick with white. Okay, and then all of this will be for photo mats and layering and doing odds and ends of stuff like that. So I'm going to set that aside so we can get busy creating our deer and have a little fun with that. I might need some of that garden green, but we'll see here in a minute. All right, so just to give a heads up, this might be a little bit longer video. So I did get a few photos prepared. Let me grab those to show you what I'm thinking. I don't know if I'll use these on here today because I don't know if I got all the photos that I want, but I just grabbed photos from, this is where I lived before, or when I met Jeff. I was living 2+ hours away from Jeff, so this was at my home, close to my hometown, and this was in my backyard. So we had deer that frequented our backyard fairly often, so little baby fawns, Isn't that the cutest picture right there? I'm thinking I took that through the window, so sometimes I could get good pictures and sometimes not. Or maybe I just opened the door and just kind of snuck the photo. So these right here I'm liking right here. I just feel like I need a few more photos. So I'm going to keep those handy to help kind of figure out. And then I saw these. I won't be using these today, but look at my shirt. And then I think that was a snapshot, Snap. I don't even remember the app. Does anybody remember what that app is? I don't even use it anymore. I never open it up, but it had all the filters before Instagram had those, all that stuff now. Anyways, I'd taken a couple of pictures and had some fun with the filters, but I'll probably do that on another one of my scrapbook workshop layouts. And then there's another photo. It's not quite the same tones as those, so I may have to play with that a little bit, see if I can get their coats to look a little bit richer like that one. So right now, and look how pretty that looks with the pecan pie. Snapchat, thanks. Yeah, the kids are big into Snapchat. I played around with it just for the filters a little bit, and then Bevan would want to play on it, you know, back when she was 9, 10 years old. All right, had to power myself up with a little sip of coffee. All right, so what do we got here? Okay, I'm gonna move that up here a little bit better so y'all can see. So I've got my plates. I'm gonna need to cut, actually, did I not have any scraps of? Surely I have. I know I have scraps of this somewhere. Let me look. Before I waste a whole page, I'm just going to see if I have some scraps. There's a scrap. So I have a bag of scraps of my Stampin' Up cardstock. Because I was like, I've used this a lot. I've got to have scraps. Okay, there we go. We're good. There's some more. Okay, we have more than enough of that. So I'm going to save that 8.5 by 11 sheet for some cards later. So I have a small collection of 8.5 by 11 cardstock that I've collected since starting back in May with Stampin' Up. Pecan Pie and Early Espresso were my 2 first packs that I ordered because they went really well with the Latte Love. That's the first thing I ordered from Stampin' Up because I loved that. All right, so this should fit on here good. So we'll start with this. Okay, there are some people have created some diagrams for different ways to create your reindeer. So reindeer fun color combination. So I printed this off. I'm going to share it with you if you want to find it. It's at a fellow demonstrator's Stamp with Melissa, and she shared all the different color combinations you could create with this collection. So I'm going to do this one, except I'm going to use white. I'm going to just do the generic one right here because that'll look most like my little deer that are in my photos here. So let's use him so you can kind of see it's going to be very similar. He'll be our inspiration today. So I need these right up here. Let me find so to do him in Pecan Pie, we're going to want this one because this will be and you know what I do want to do? I'm going to use some smaller pieces. I don't know if he'll fit on there. Let me see. Yep, I think he'll fit. And I'm just going to actually tear this. So I'm going to try to cut through each one of these, I think, if I can, and that would be just like maybe 5 swipes if I do each one of these. So this one needs to be white. So I can just use a little piece of white here. So this one will be white, or if you want to do very vanilla, you could do that. And then we need this to do, because these will be, basically all you'll see, I think, are the horns. Maybe a little, maybe his nose. I'm not even 100% sure. Because this is literally the first time I've cut these. Okay, so I'm going to probably I think I'm going to run these through 5 times so that I can have at least 5 here to go around my page. And hopefully I won't have to, I already need my tweezers, teasers, whatever I was going to call them. Use those little holes to poke it out if it doesn't come out. And we'll just lay them right over here. And so there's, little holes around so that they'll pop out. So hopefully I got those pretty good. Looks kind of funny, huh? When it's not built up. All right, and I'm just going to move this. You do want to poke out any extra pieces, because if you let that lay in there and stay, then it doesn't cut well the next time. And I'm just I made a big mess creating scrapbook kits yesterday for my customers for September. And I'm going to have to sweep tonight. I'm just going to run that off to the paper, to the floor. All right, so there's that. I'm just moving these around. We'll do, I want to move this over here, so, because if I have to pick it up, then I'm in trouble. My pieces move around a lot. Some of these pieces are going to be too small. Okay, I think that's going to be good. All right, so we'll just visit a little bit while I work through this. Tell me, Debbie, did you end up going to the Wild Seed Farms? I wanted to, kind of thought about it, but I really look forward to Saturdays and not having much to do and sleeping in a little bit, and that's what we did. So, yeah, what did we do? We did, so I was like, I bought bacon. Bacon's always exciting for Saturday to make bacon for breakfast. We had bacon and oatmeal, I think, with strawberries. And then, I know what it was. The A&M game was on at like 11 a.m. So Jeff did that and with Kyle in the other room. So I think I just did some picking up, cleaning up before the World Card Making Day event happened. Of course, that wasn't until like 3 o'clock here in Texas. Okay, I'm trying to be too clean, I guess. I don't know. It's like, just do it. Let's just get it done. What is that one? I can get one more out there, I think. And this one. So let's see. And just want to tell you. Let's see if I can get it over here without them shifting. Okay, I did good. Okay, good deal. I just don't seem to have the luck that some of the other demonstrators do, or they just lay them on, slap the plate on top, and I don't know, I seem to have a lot of static. Okay, so there's 3. Yeah, I have been, like I said, dying to play with this collection, or this suite of products, just making these little deers, because they're so cute once they're done. And then we can decorate them up a fun way, so I'm excited to, I have a few ideas over here that I've seen some cute cards. Okay, a couple more. I flipped it around so it would be up here toward the top. I need another piece of white for that one. Let me move this back up here. See if I have another small piece of, there's one, might as well use that little scrap. And then a little, I don't know if that will fit on here. Yeah. Just barely. And I want to look at cutting that wreath right here. So I think that could be part of my title. That'll be like the focal point. Okay, just one more. And we'll be good with this, and we'll bring in some other pieces of here. So hopefully this will all be enough to create some cute clusters. I'm going to do some of those trees. I do have to do some, here we'll do some stamping and do trees. And again, I'm just going to wipe all this down in my lap and in the floor, because I've got a big mess to clean up from. Okay, so all of that is used up. So don't forget to grab your scraps first, and let's do one more. Let's see what I got. That'll work. And that will be this one. Just trying to make sure it's sitting on there so it doesn't cut off anything. And then do I have another little scrap? Not super tiny, but this will work. Let me bump those up a little bit. All right, this is our last one. So that'll give us 5 reindeer heads. Or deer heads. These aren't necessarily reindeer. I'm thinking just deer. So this is a good example to show that you don't have to think just Christmas and reindeer. Do you have a hunter in your life? Anyone a hunting widow? During this time of, or what's about to come up, I guess it's usually the first weekend in November here in Texas, I believe, is when deer hunting season starts. All right, so there are those. I think I can put them all back down here. And I do like to try to remember to punch those out and just make sure the dies are clean when I put them back. I'm not always good at doing that, but all right, so there's my scraps. I'm going to put this away for the moment, but I do know I'm going to have to, actually, I'm going to, let's see here. Let's look at, let me clean up this mess. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and set it aside. I do want to do that, I think. I'm going to set my scraps back over there. But let's do some assembly. I kind of want to figure out how my layout's going to be looking before I do that. And we'll have a little bit of fun with maybe the spotlight on nature dies here in a few minutes. And so let's pull all these. I've got 5, remember? And let's see how we put them together. All right, I think they just... So this one I think is the back. And then you put this one on. I'm just going to hold it to make sure that... And then when you get that on, look, how cute! All right, let's just put those together real quick while... And then that part will be done. All right, so just layer it with some liquid glue. I'll try to remember to use my... Just want to pick it up and see if it's lined up good. The ears should line up. So all that should really poke out are, you'll see the eyes, the nose, and the antlers. Okay, and then this piece. We'll go right over top of that. And what's cute, okay, again, you'll just want to maneuver that. You're going to get sticky fingers probably anyway. Already getting. I might just need to let it dry and then I can clean it up. All right, so there's little deer number 1. Look how cute. There we go. My fingers, I already got glue on my fingers. All right, so it's early espresso, white willow. Just want to lift that up and pull it down. And then pecan pie. Put a little bit on the ears there so that it... So can you see how they did those dies just so that it will get a little bit of white there for the pupils, I guess. So clever how they did that. I'm amazed at some of the dies that Stampin' Up does. Super detailed. So they're really fun to play with and to create with. So if you wanted, you could do deer in several different colors. It just would be more time consuming, so I didn't want to do that today because I knew it would take a little time to do these. So I just figured it would be easier to stick with one color scheme. You could even go in and put a little, maybe pink, maybe sponge a little pink on their ears. That would be cute. That one I need to work on getting it lined up a little bit better. There we go, maybe. Okay. So I think my scrapbook workshop will be more Christmas themed because of all the papers that are included in the Reindeer Days. I guess that's what the DSP pack is called. Might be Reindeer Fun. I don't know. They changed the names of the stamp set and the bundle. I'll have to look and see. All right, one more. And then we can move on to figuring out our page layout. I think I'm going to keep the page layout fairly simple, and I'm primarily just going to focus on the title block, circle, whatever. I'm not sure if it may be a block with circles in it using those spotlight dies plus that wreath right here. And I want to do the trees, so I think that's, I got a little glue on the outside. He looks like he's crying. Just trying to wipe some of that up. Got him a little, there we go. So fun. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside. I'm going to put them up here so they can dry, and then I'll clean up any glue that I may have, that may be sticking to the front. I got on the front of them. Okay, so you can't really see them up there, but they're so cute. And of course, you could make it look too like, you know, the mounts on the walls too. All right, I'm going to set them aside, and we'll kind of work around those photos. So let's see. We'll come back to this here in a few. So let's bring our papers to create, clean up just a little bit. So I'm definitely going to use White Daisy as my base, because I don't have a lot of 12 by 12 Stampin' Up cardstock yet. And the two-tone cardstock, I did get it for the Reindeer Days collection, but I'm saving that for my full scrapbook workshop, because I'm going to use it for that. And then move this over here. I'll show you this cute paper we're going to use today. Whoops. These are my temporary removable glue dots I like to put on the back of my base page just to keep them stuck on my surface. All right, so I've got this pattern paper I want to work with, and I think I want to show some of this side and this side. So I'm thinking I will cut, I was thinking maybe do it a little bit wider, so maybe like at 4. Of course, I could use the whole piece. And if I do that, I just want maybe like an inch. Maybe if I do like an inch of this piece. So that would be 2 inches. So then I could do this at 5, but if I do it at 5 and 1, it could be it could be halfway down. Does that make sense? So I'll see most of this and then a little bit of that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just winging it today, and that'll use up all this pattern paper. So this will be a good lesson to share how to use a full sheet on. So I want to go over here, and let me see if I cut this at 5 where it will. I'm going to turn it upside down so I can kind of see where it's going to cut off. It's going to go right through those deer. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just looking to kind of see what. I think that'll work. Okay, I think that'll work because the ones that are cut off are in. And then this piece I can flip over. And I'm just going to cut it right down the middle. So what did it actually, I did 5. Did I do 5 on each one? 5, 5, and 2. Okay, yep, it just looked, something didn't look right. Okay, so I'm going to cut right down the middle so that I have an inch of each on each side. We'll break it up a little bit with some of this paper, I think. So we may even end up over, actually I may put it right up here, and then I'll layer just a little piece right in here. I don't have any type of ribbon or anything I can do, but I do have some 12 by 12 of this. Do I have, I think I have a 12 by 12 of this too. So I think I'll do this. I'm just going to do a 1/4 inch. Just playing around a little bit here first, because I can like put that right there on the center. Let me do another 1/4 inch for the other side. And I may flip this around a little bit. We're just gonna, we'll see what I like. And then I can use the garden green for my mats. And I might use a little bit more of this, of course, in the, wherever I decide to put the title. All right, so let's kind of look at this for a minute. See if I like that. There's also an option to do like the skinny part right there. Let me see. All right, so y'all help me here decide if I want to do the scenery on the outside or on the inside. I think I know what I'm liking, but what are y'all's thoughts? Do you like the left page or the right page? Let me get it laid here real quick. Anybody have a thought? All right, I think I like this one best. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Hey, Belinda, how are you? Okay, I'm going to do this right here. I like the way that looks best. So we'll put them both like that, and then we'll build up photos. We'll figure out photos. And I'm just going to do a title like right up in here, maybe some journaling underneath it, can have a photo, and then a couple of photos over here, okay? And I can work with just the 3 photos I have. We'll see. Okay, so let's get this put down. I'm about to run out because you can see the red, but I do have more. So I like using the seal. That may have been the end of it. Let's see here. No, there's still a little bit coming out. Just got to work at it. I like using the seal more for laying down my paper on scrapbook pages. Making sure I get it to the edge. I'm going to just put this right up against it and layer that on top. I'm really surprised how much more I'm getting out of it. Thought I was going to run out on Friday, and I didn't. All right, and then I'm going to go down here just to get some adhesive on there and not on my cardstock. And I'm gonna put it right down the middle, I think, of that seam. That way it doesn't cut off those, I think, yeah. That way it doesn't cut off those deer right here. These are fine. I'm not too worried about those. And then do the same thing over here. Excuse me. Whoopsie daisy. Okay. And so, oops, there it goes. Okay, so let me change that out. So this will be a great template to get with your $40 purchase. I mentioned that at the beginning of the live, that this week I'm going to do, see how it works out. I'm going to do a PDF instruction sheet for each one of my projects this week. So it'll include this 12 by 12 layout with the 8.5 by 11 page I do on Wednesday, and then 3 fun fold cards on, I need to clean that up some, on Friday. Okay, my video, I won't be live on Friday, FYI, but I'll have I'm trying to figure out which way. Which way does that go? Does it go that way? I think so. So anyways, I'll be out of town on Friday. Oh, because today, Jeff and I are celebrating 9 years together from the day we met. It was October 7th of 2015 is when we first met online. So today is our 9-year anniversary of that day. And either Wednesday night or Thursday morning, we haven't fully decided exactly when we're leaving, but we're headed up to Lubbock on Thursday to see Lainey Wilson in concert. That was his gift to me or us, I guess I should say. I didn't put on my work focus, so I'm going to do that real quick so I don't get any more dings unless it's from Jeff. We're over here. So we're seeing Lainey Wilson in concert Thursday night. That's the plan. And then we're going to meet my parents, my brother and his family in Odessa, I think, Friday night to watch my nephew play football. And then we're going to head to my mom's house that evening so Jeff can work on the septic tank at my mom's house. Of course, my brother and my mom's boyfriend will be helping as well. All right, so there's the base of our page. Super simple. So that just used a full 12 by 12 sheet. You could do that with any pattern paper. So this would be a like a staple template. And I'll create a template for you with cutting measurements for, it's almost like a one-sheet wonder for a 12 by 12 scrapbook page. I'm sure there's lots of other different ways you could do it too, but this is one option. All right, so now we need to figure out our title area. And I'm going to bring those photos in to kind of lay them. That's my focal point photo, of course. I always hate when the line was here and then look at the chairs up there but it is what it is. I guess that's real life, living out in the country. And then these two, so maybe I'll just have one over here and then these two. I kind of like that. What do y'all think? I think that works perfect. Something like that. Maybe put them over here a little bit more. We'll see. I'm thinking title right up in here, somewhere over here. I might do some splattering or sponging and then leave some space for some journaling down in here. All right, so let's get busy doing that. Again, I really want to try to use scraps instead of my 8.5 by 11 pieces. So let's see what we can, I'm gonna set these aside so I don't get those messed up. I want, like I know I want to use some of these, and then I want to play with it. I want to do that too. I want one of these like poking out from behind here. This is going to do like some greenery. I know I want a few trees to kind of complement these. So there's that stamp set, or that stamp. I will put it on a block right now when I'm thinking about it. We'll do a couple of those. I think that's the only tree. Don't think there's much else on here that I'm going to want. Let me look at the front to see what there's. Maybe that would be like a little bit of snow. It could just be speckles or something. So I don't think I'll really use anything else in here other than these elements right here. I'll put those over there. And let me look. I'm looking at a few of my samples real quick, trying to see if, I think I'll keep it simple with this design. This one is a little, I don't think I really like it with the, and I think it'll be, so I'm not sure exactly how that's gonna work. So we gotta figure that out. So I gotta stamp a few of those. So I don't even really know if I'm gonna get to use this or not. And we might could put some circles, more circles around here just for, and maybe smaller ones. Maybe that's what will go with the, with these. Maybe that's what I'll do. I could do, let me grab the ones that are, so we've got several different sizes. It might be this one right here. Probably this one. All right, so I'm gonna set that aside. That might work well. I'm gonna do this smaller one too, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so let's get this. This is going to, it's not going to cut out, I don't believe, a full, I need like a square. That one's close. Like it would just be a square up here with this cut out, I think. So let's see what we can do with that. Doesn't have to be a square. It can be just like that. And let's cut it out and see what it's gonna look like. Because I think it's just gonna cut out the center, and all the outside will be still intact. Got little pieces. And once we figure that out, this will be pretty simple to pull together. And we'll do our trees, maybe we'll do our trees in the Granny Apple Green. All right, so I'm gonna center this. I'm just kind of looking at the sides and the top. Y'all can see that somewhat down there, I think. All right, so I think that's gonna work. There was a die that was similar in the Lily Pond Lane duck set that was in the, that it is. Okay, so this is how it cuts, and then you punch out, I think, just that, so be gentle, make sure it comes out okay. So that's a scrap. I'll have to punch out a few of these little bits and pieces in here, but see, it just does like a little window. This would be perfect to do like a shaker card like I did on Friday too, so haha, sneak peek. I bet y'all know what I'm gonna do on this Friday. I bet I'm making more shaker cards, at least one. Since I'll be using this collection. All right, I like that. You can set that aside. And then, all right, so that'll be, I'll have to get all these pieces. So that's gonna be up here. I can layer it on maybe some of this cardstock to help it pop off the page. And that'll be our focal point. And then I'll do a title down here. I think that's good. And then we'll just do a couple of little clusters of deer and trees, like 2 more clusters. I might do 2 deer in there since there are the little twins over here. Okay, while I have this out, I want to go ahead and figure out these for my 2 other clusters. So I can either go small and have him poking, he won't poke out, he'll be layered on top because it won't cut out the center, but I think I'll do that because I don't think I want him like right in the middle of this big one, and it's awfully close to size of that. So this is a little bit smaller and not, so I'm gonna do that. So I think that will, I'm gonna do, we'll cut a few of these, I think is what we're gonna do actually. We're gonna do a couple and then we'll just decide because these run through really fast. Oops. See what I was talking about, how I always mess it up? So I'm gonna cut 2 in Granny Apple Green, and then I'm gonna cut, and that one was kind of warped, so I don't know what the deal is. There we go, that's okay. And then I'll cut 2 in the Garden Green as well, so I can decide I probably want this Granny Apple Green. So you know what? I'm not even gonna, yeah. Ooh, it sticks in there good, but I love that design. Okay, I'm just gonna do that, so not waste a bunch of time. And then we'll do some tree stamping and cutting out of those. We'll have to bring this back out here in a few, but I gotta do my stamping first. All right. So I may do something over here. So I'll have a kind of a triangle going on, how I've shared with y'all before. I'm not sure exactly where I'll have them floating or have them, but maybe just something like that possibly. Then I need a backing for this. Let's go ahead and work on that. Don't know, I don't have any more of that because that would have been pretty in the background. But not totally necessary because I'm going to put some trees. I may just stamp. All right, I have an idea. Okay, so I want a piece that's about like that to show a little bit of that in the background. I think I'm going to put another piece down in here. So this needs to be, this piece was 4 1/4 by 4 3/4. So I want it 5 and 4 1/2, I believe. So that'll give me, so you can see the green, Granny Apple Green. I'm still working on that one. And then back there, I think I'm going to do a scrap of, let me find a scrap of white. I think I have that over here. Let's see, let's get some of this. And so it needs to be just a little bit smaller, so I'll do 4 inches by 4 1/2. I think that'll be just a little bit smaller than that piece. Yes, and that can be the background. Like, I can do maybe stamp a couple of trees back there, or I might just leave it like that. Okay, before we get too far on that, so this is going to be kind of how it's going to look. Okay, something similar to that. I'm going to do some of these stamped trees just to bring in maybe more of the Granny Apple Green. But now we need to figure out, so I don't think I want to do Snowy Day because it wasn't snowing. I didn't look to see what the date was for these. So we've got What Fun, Better Together, Magical Moments. I could do something, Unforgettable Memories. I could stamp that, so I think I'm going to do that. Let's stamp, maybe. I may want to cut some. I think I might just do like a banner coming out. Maybe overlapping just a tiny bit, or even maybe up here. Something kind of simple. So let's do, I think, Magical Moments, because that's just kind of neat. Or just do something like What's Fun, and then Unforgettable Memories. I like that. Let's do the What Fun. Let's do What Fun. Thank you, Debbie. Can't believe it's been 9 years since Jeff and I met. It's just so hard to believe. All right, so What Fun. And then I'll come back to do like a little thing of Unforgettable Memories and maybe Better Together, because that could go with the mom. Well, that's a dad or a brother, probably. This one. So it was like a family. I want to say it was the mom and then the older brothers, kind of like Noel, Pumpkin, and the New Kittens. So not 100% sure that could have been the dad, but he seems awfully young to be the daddy to those. All right, so let's get some stamping done. Let me grab out Garden Green, and I do have Granny Apple Green. So those are the 2 greens. I might actually, though, prefer to have some pecan pie, probably, or early espresso as my title. That'll make it stand out more for the title. So let's stamp that. I'm going to say in pecan pie. I think I like that. All right, so do I want, I think I'll just, I'm trying to decide if I want some banners. So I'm getting hungry. So sometimes I have to bring out my really long, I think this is a 6.5 by 2. And I'm going to season it. I don't know if I've taught y'all about seasoning, but when you have brand new stamps, some people use erasers to go over the top of it. I just use my hand just to get the film off from the production of them. Okay, so here we go. We've got pecan pie. I want to be careful. I'm just going to use my thumb and wipe it on my pants, huh? Okay, make sure it's nice and juicy. I'm going to put it over this way because I haven't decided yet if I want banners, like cut dovetails on both sides, or maybe set that so it doesn't fall and make a mess. Got to pull out my chamois. I did get my chamois wet today, so I kind of had it all together, and then YouTube didn't work, which made me really sad. So, but I'll just upload the video later. All right. So I can put that away. I don't need that. I should just bring over my case. Once I use them is when I kind of, then I like to stick them right into the carrier case. And then I can just use this whole piece right here. I'm going to go ahead and do that better together is a lot bigger than I thought it was, but I can do that one and this one. I think all these will work really well with this particular page. So I just need, let me see how long. Unforgettable moment, unforgettable memories. There's that one. And I think I'm going to need this one again. All right, I'm going to just cut off, so it'd be about 6 inches probably. Then I'll figure out how I want to trim that down. And then this one we'll do kind of similar. I'm going to leave just a little bit of room on both sides. I'll probably cut it pretty close to right there. So I think I can go ahead and stamp this unforgettable memories. So make sure I've got, and then I'll do it right up here. And it'll be just like a little strip. Okay, so there are all my words. So we did get a little bit of stamping in. I need to let Lady in real quick. Oh, and here comes Pumpkin. I don't know where Lady went. Come on, Lady. Oh, she'll probably scratch again. She got distracted by something, I guess. She has a bed out there too, so she may just be decided just to go hang out in there. All right, I'm just cleaning up my mess real quick. Okay. So there's that. I'll put one here, one over here. I think I'll put two. I'm gonna put two in there. I think. Oops. All right, let's. And I don't know if or maybe I'll do 3. I could put one up in the back. Yeah, that'll be fun. Okay. So let's cut down here. One about the same. There's Lady again. She had to walk off. I think that's pretty good. Okay, there's that. I can figure out where I want to cut it in a minute. And then this one, let me set it at about 1/2 inch. 1 second, Lady. You're interrupting me. All right, then that'll work. I'll trim and then go ahead and do this. Please come in. And just trying to make sure it's straight. Maybe a little bit more, like right there. Okay. It'll be somewhere right in here. I'm not sure where yet. All right, we're getting closer. I haven't done the plaid. I don't think I will. I don't know that I want the plaid on there. It'd be kind of cool, but I could do the plaid on the white. I'm going to do that back there. Okay, and then that'll just add a little bit of texture. Be fun. I got a little bit of ink right there, I think. So splattering is going to happen. And then we want to stamp. Let's stamp our trees. So let's do a few trees. Maybe we'll just use this right here. Where is my, there it is. Bring in my, what do you call it? Silicone mat. And I want to do, I'm gonna have to do a variety because I'm gonna have to do garden green on these. So I might do like one of each or something. Okay. So I just need to stamp them so that I can die cut them out. keeping them far enough apart. See if we can get away with like just 5. And then let's do garden green. See if they'll fit on there. Find a better place to put. I got a pile going on over here. Just stick them up there, I guess. There it is. Once I clean it off, I do like to rub it on my hand a little bit again. Kind of do it in between, and then I think I can still get 5 on here. I always press too hard into the Stampin' Up ink pads because I'm used to having like a felt pad or linen pad. I think it's a linen pad is what close to my hearts were. So it was, you just pressed harder, and these are, the ink is right there on the surface. And so you don't, and they're kind of like a foam. And so they're nice and squishy. So you don't have to press as hard, but I still haven't learned that. I'll get these out of the way. Okay, now we just need to cut those out. We're getting so close with these. How about I just bring in my mini, see if that'll work for me. There, I am going to use some tape, so I'm going to have to cut this down though. Let me just do it like this. I think I can, just cutting down. Hope I'm not cutting too close. Okay, so we'll do this one. I think because it's should work pretty quick. Why won't it come out? Let me go back. I think because I didn't get them straight. The plates. It did cut those, so there's one. Just so I can see good. See if I can get my plates a little straighter. When you put them in this mini one, they can't be lined up. Like the ends can't be flush. They got to be staggered. So just FYI. We'll see. I'll throw them around a couple of places. And all right, so does anybody have, did anybody answer? Do y'all have deer hunters in your family? Do you take pictures of deer in your yard if they ever show up? What kind of deer do y'all have? That'd be a good question too. We have axis and whitetail, I guess. Almost said dovetail, but that's what I'm going to do to the ends of my paper. Is do dovetails. Of course, it is dove season around here too. I don't know if it was October 1st. Just recently, maybe a little bit longer than that. Yeah, I keep telling Jeff he needs to go over to the ranch and get us some axis meat. You can do axis, you can hunt them all year long, but whitetail are only a certain time of the year here in Texas. I don't know how that all that works all over the country, but I'm assuming everybody has some kind of deer. Oops, I'm moving around all my stuff over here. All right, so I got one each over there, so I could do another one over here somewhere. Once we get those down, we'll figure out where we want the trees exactly. Now let's do the, so those were the Granny Apple Green. I'm learning slowly but surely. Oh, here comes a visitor. I saw something out of the corner of my eye. And that one doesn't want to go through for some reason. Let's see here. Oh, I got woke up like it right around 1 a.m. in the morning with, I think, Noelle and Lady getting into it. I guess they're both okay. I don't know what happened in the middle of the night. Yes, Pumpkin. Oh, really? Things are sticking to him. Come on, go find something else to do. Gonna mess something up and I won't be happy. All right. So, did I get it? I think it's pretty straight. All right. So I guess, I don't know what kind of memory I need to document on Wednesday using this set. I'm gonna have to, it'll probably be something Christmas. But it doesn't even have to be the deer, actually. It could be more with Christmas. Has anybody ever done like reindeer food with the kids? That might be a fun one. I might have like an Elf on the Shelf photo of reindeer food, possibly. I'm not sure. Need to think outside the box a little bit, because that's what I like my story and sketch pages to be. But I guess it'll be something more Christmassy. And I probably won't do these reindeer. I'll do the other ones. I need to show y'all how you can cut your paper using the dies. I love that feature. Okay, I think I'm not going to do that last one because I think I have 5, an odd number there, so I think that works. I guess I could just stick this back where it belongs. A nice little spot right up here on my desk. And we'll just save that last little one. I'll take it and just stick it in my tray, so I might can use it Wednesday or Friday. So I'll record my video for Friday. I know I talked about that earlier, so it'll be a recording. Let me get this stuck back on here and get things straightened back up since I made a mess. I think I'll do a little bit of splattering, maybe with some pecan pie, since I got a little smudge down here, and I don't really feel like flipping things around. All right, so let's build this up. Okay, I did say I wanted to, I really want to add a little bit of, let's see if I can find it, a little bit of texture, just using that real quick. So I'm just going to run this piece through here real quick. It won't take long. So that's my Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. I think this is a must-have for Christmas. Even fall. I've seen so many cute things with like the More Than Autumn collection. I don't have any to like put over here, I don't think, unless I do a little bit of an idea. Okay, so that's going to go in the background. I'm going to take one more scrap. I'm just going to take a scrap of white because I want to see if I can bring a little bit of that over onto this page too, just behind the little sentiments I have here. And I think that'll just take care of it. I'm going to go back outside. So I've got that. Okay. Pumpkin didn't want to bother me too much. All right, let's see here. So we've got, I don't need that quite yet. Let's build this up. So I want this behind here. So I'm just going to, probably the best way to do that is just to put some tape, if I can find it. Actually, I'm going to use liquid glue because it'll be thinner. So I want it back down that way. And I can just layer it like that. So it ends up looking like that. Now, I didn't punch out, before I did that, I didn't get all these little pieces out. So let me kind of push those out, see if we can. And I'll see if I can shove them out and get them out of the way back here. There's a couple. Okay. There, that worked. I think, just about. Okay, I think I got, there's one more. Oops. Okay, so then I need to just bring those. And then I can layer that onto here. And I think I'll just use liquid glue again because of that texture in that. Time to fill up my little bottle here. So the texture and the liquid glue just work a little bit better together. And then I think I'll pop that up around here somewhere. And let's kind of see how we want these to go in. I'm going to tuck them in here a little bit. I'm not sure. Do I want it hiding or do I want it in the front? tuck down in there a little bit. Okay, what are y'all thinking? Kind of like that. I'm just going to look at a few samples that I have over here. I don't know that I have one that has multiple. I've seen multiple in it. I don't know if I want to put them up a little bit higher. So maybe just something kind of like that. And then we'll have some trees sticking out around the sides too. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's do, I think I'm just going to glue these right down in here. Okay, so kind of tucked in here like that. At an angle. I'm going to hold it down for a minute just so it sticks to something. Okay. Just having a little fun building up. I think that'll be good enough. Yeah, that way you can see most of their faces. And then we'll just go right here down the center of him and pop him up. And then that'll be plenty of texture right there. Don't want to get it too bulky. Okay, and then let's see how far I want. Get my scissors, maybe. There's some. I know I've got another pair over here already. I don't know where they're at. Okay, I'm thinking if I go out about right there, maybe. Centering it. Let's see what that looks like. I'm going to dovetail, so I'm going to go right down the center. And then I'm going to go from the corner to where I cut. Corner to where I cut. Okay. You can use some type of a punch if you have one, but this is how I've always done it. And I just eyeball it. You could measure it if you wanted to. Okay, I think I can pop that up right there. Yep. And then I'll tuck these trees in. That does get to where it's easier just to throw everything on the floor. Okay. Still haven't put this down because I'm not sure exactly where I want it. But let's see here. Something kind of like that. I don't know that I would want. I don't want it sticking out of his head, of course. I'm just looking number-wise. I think I'll just do it like that. I think I will just glue these right down. I'm going to tuck these down in here like that. And then I'll just put one Stampin' Dimensional right there. I think that'll work. And that could sit. Maybe I will. I'm thinking maybe do it right there. Okay. It's been kind of fun creating this little scene. And then so I'm trying to decide if I want to do a mat for that or not. I don't know if I will. So I'm thinking just doing journaling right down in here. And then let's come over here real quick and see what we can do with these. I want the mama and the deer up there. Let's see, let me do the opposite. So let's build up. I don't think I want them on either side. I think I want them kind of on one side. If they're hanging off a little bit, that's fine, I think. something kind of like that. I'm going to stick this down just with a one dot. I think I want them on the outside though, so I'll put him like right there. We'll see. I think I'm just going to kind of keep it clean and trying to decide what, I'm going to come back to that in just a second. Let's just work over here. I think I'll do, I kind of have an idea. I feel like I need to bring some garden green in right there. This may be where I have to use one of those 8.5 by 11. Because I'm thinking I might want to do, I can't do it, I don't think I can do it this way. Actually, I might can. I might can just do it this way. If I put them on there like that. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. I might bring him down and do a little bit more journaling. All right, so I want, these are 4x6 photos, so I want it 6.5, I think. There's several ways you could do this, but thinking I will just do it this way. I'm still kind of, yeah, thinking that. I think it might need to be a little bit, yeah, I'm going to cut off a 1/4 inch. And let me go ahead and just glue those down on here. Do it this way. You see the babies are in the background right there. So yeah, there's actually 4, I think. I don't know if that's this one or not. I can't tell. I don't remember. Okay. So I'm going to adhere that down. So it'll just go right in here. I think I will, I'm going to put it more over this way. So I'm 1.5 inch and it'll be about 1 3/4 in. So I think that's straight. And that one I kind of got ready. So it might go up here and not like right down in here. And this one can go, we'll pop him up too, actually. And just do something kind of similar. And before I put him down, I'm going to do a little bit of splattering over here and maybe like right up in here. We'll see. Where's that other? I feel like since this is heavier, this needs to come out over here, and then this one will come out up here. So we'll probably cut off right there. Okay. I'm just going to glue these down. Cannot get, not sure what's going on, but it's not coming. Can't get it to go. 1 second. I think it's messed up. Okay, I'm just going to use my other. Nobody got time for that right now. I'll put that in the background, up a little bit, and this one right in here. Okay, this one I'm gonna cut off about right there, and then do a banner, or dovetail. So it kind of coordinates with that over there. This I'm going to just put down. Okay, before I do that though, remember what I said? Let's do a little bit of splattering just to fix up my, I'm going to take that and just press, open it up, grab my water brush. Let me make sure my water brush is clean. Got just the skinny one. Does have a little bit of water in here. I'm going to cover up my photos. And I'm not going to worry about if it gets over here a little bit. So I make sure I get over top of that little smudge. Okay, I didn't get any over here, so I think I'm going to purposefully put a little bit down here. So it just makes the page look kind of cohesive. And then we'll come up over here. I can take that off and just cover this paper. And do some right up in that area, just right there. So it kind of goes like that. And then I'll do a little bit up here too. So we'll cover all this up. And I really don't want it on that paper. I'm just going to use a piece of this since I got it. I can use the back side of it. Just want a little bit right there. Okay. Don't even need much. So that's how you can splatter after the fact, after you've got everything down and you either need a little something something or, let's see what I got. Then this can go there and right there. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Let me move it over just a teeny bit more. There we go. I'm going to put this down with. Okay, we're almost done. Just wrapping up the last little tidbits. Oh, hey, I'm live still, so. And then I'm going to do the dovetail on this side. Bevan's home for lunch, so I know I'm going long. But Mondays I usually have to because of the 2 pages. A lot bigger format. All right, I'm just going to do something similar, but just kind of opposite. So tuck that one back behind there. A couple of dots. And right up here, let's put some adhesive on the back of this. Figure out where I want that. All right, that is looking great. Now let's just wrap up this side. I won't have my journaling, but I think I'll do a journaling strip. And I think I'm just going to do it like that. And then I'll just have my journaling down here. So about like that. I'm going to not put a mat on this one. And now this one's empty. Fun times. Let me look at this and see if I can get this going again. It's like stuck on itself, I think. Let's see. Yeah. I think that's the way it needs to go. Give me a second. Because I sure don't want to waste that whole thing if I don't have to. All right, so I want it about right there. There, and it's touching that about 3/4 of an inch and 2.5 inches from the top, I think. And then let's just layer this down. I'm going to put a good amount of adhesive on that. Just up a little bit higher. And I'm going to put it right in between there. And let's add a couple of dots and we'll call it done. And then I'll share with my journaling. Kind of think I want to do the pecan pie. I think that's going to stand out best because we already got a lot of green going on. So let's do that, and we'll just do a few around here. We do have 3, we have 2 different sizes. So let's okay, there, maybe one big one down here, I think. I'm just gonna stick it down here. Just kind of gives a triangle effect, and then let's do a few over here. All right, so that is wrapping up my Reindeer Days. Maybe I'll do, I think I want the big one up here and a small one, and then I'll do a little one over there. So Reindeer Days, 12 by 12 scrapbook layout. Non-Christmas. All right, I love it. Okay. Debbie says, hello, Bevan. I never did put any of this in here, but I think I'm good. I was thinking I would do like a little sliver down under there, but I might go back and do that, but don't have to. All right, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I might actually cut some things out before I upload it to YouTube. So if you want to watch it, nobody will know ahead of time though, if they're just starting the video, but, and that way it might be a little bit shorter video. So we'll see if I get that done today or not, or I just may upload it as is. So y'all have a great week. Don't forget that with a $40 or more purchase between today and next Monday, you'll receive the free PDF instructions for all my projects this week. So be sure to use that hostess code that is in the description. There's the hostess code plus the link that'll go directly to that and populate it. So have a great day, everyone, and talk to y'all soon or see y'all soon. Bye.